right, it's good to have you join us. Now, let's get into the paper review this morning. Let's see what the papers are saying. Headlines that will get your attention on the papers today. We have joining us public affairs commentator Ayodele Adio right now in the studio. Ayodele, good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Right, let's start with the Punch newspaper now. We have the very bold headline here. $1 billion to fight Boko Haram. Ekiti local government bosses sue the Attorney General of the Federation. 36 governors and Fayose Yari openly disagree on the excess crude account withdrawal. And then $1 billion not meant to fight terrorism or terrorists alone. Oshibajo is saying that. What's your take on this now? This has been on for some time.
Yeah, it's very interesting that we need about $1 billion to fight a Boko Haram that is technically defeated at the end of the day. And of course, that's why you have the PDP, you know, making a lot of noise that the monies are for campaign funds and what have you. What I find more interesting is the fact that the Ekiti local government chairmen are taking the federal government to court. I mean, this is a clear case of, that's why I always argue that we must not have political amnesia in this country. If you remember some of these governors presently today who are claiming to be more Catholic than the Pope, during the Jonathan administration, they took the government to court, saying that it was illegal to keep you know, the excess crude account, and they took it to court, and that every monies that are accrued into the account had to be shared amongst all the states. So what has changed now, you know? So I'm sure the Ekiti governor and his people are just trying to prove a point here that, well, it's like our own turn.
What has changed? What really has changed?
You know?
Look, corruption has
so many faces.
So many faces in Nigeria. What Oshibajo is saying that, look, it's not just for a fight against Boko Haram. It's to fight insecurity in the country.
Yeah. He had to make that bit of clarification that it wasn't just about Boko Haram, but about national security. Even though we know what national security means in this regard, it's really about the Boko Haram
Well,
fight.
shouldn't that just put to rest this whole debate about $1 billion?
Well, it should, but of course, you know, this is politics at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Now, in fact, the point there is one other issue I was raising earlier is the issue of the Vice President coming to make clarification.
Why do they have to wait?
We've always asked, if you're coming up with this thing, why not make it so clear, so open, so Nigerians understand from the outset? So you don't have to come and, you know, trying to make Nigerians understand by making clarifications.
You know, this is you know, the biggest problem for me with this administration has been their communication. There's usually this communication gap, you know, here and there, and I usually wonder.
And they leave a lot of things to conjecture.
Exactly. So
all right, the Vanguard is reporting governors split over approval of $1 billion, of course, to fight Boko Haram. And now PDP to Buhari, stop harassing, intimidating our leaders. Buhari is focused on his assignment. That's the presidency saying, well, this response is quite interesting. We're not bothered about what you guys are saying in the PDP. That's
the
what
new
saying,
PDP chairman even you know, was saying that the Buhari administration is building new prisons.
New prisons.
So that it could accommodate. I think that was just being cheeky at the end of the day. If you have nothing to hide, you shouldn't be bothered about the amount of prisons that are being built at the end of the day.
Speaking of which, I mean, don't you think Nigeria actually needs more prisons? Maybe at the local government level. You know what I've always said
Is it for party members?
No, not necessarily for party members, but for wrongdoers. You know, if you punish wrongdoers, I guess that's the way you can actually correct it.
Without a doubt.
No, but I wouldn't advocate the issue of more prisons. The point there is there are so many people in those prisons that are there right now
who are waiting trial.
Who are waiting trial. There are some of them who are even originally innocent. There are people like that. So
yeah, unfortunately, that's the situation.
If you are able to remove all of those, you'll find enough space to put the real criminals.
Okay, still from the Vanguard, Morocco's membership of ECOWAS injurious to Nigeria economy. That's the organized private sector warning there. Of course, Morocco wants to join the ECOWAS bloc.
Yes. There's been a long-running battle. You know, so many diplomats and you know, so many public intellectuals have been warning the ECOWAS not to accommodate you know, Morocco back into the OAC, and this is largely because of competition issues. The Moroccans are definitely going to injure us in a whole
a lot of ways, more than
the catalog of issues. And so we're better
off.
What
the OPS are saying is, look, Morocco belongs to a bloc of 28 European countries.
Oh, yes.
If Morocco joins the ECOWAS, Nigeria will be filled or flooded with goods from Europe, all of 28 European countries. What else do we have here? Earnings, assets accruing to Aiteo Energy Boss legally acquired. Of course, Buhari vows to sanction $43.5 million Ikoyi cash corporates. That's actually in all the other papers.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the Daily Sun now. Fuel crisis worsens. Lagos depot runs out of petrol as liter sells for 350 naira in Kaduna, and Abuja Abakaleke motorist residents groan.
It's strange because I still have the picture very clear in my head a couple of weeks ago when the GMD of the NNPC, Mekanti Baru, was very bold and confident about the fact that they had in their reserves enough fuel that could last the country for months. So I'm shocked that 2 weeks after that very bold statement, we're in crisis in the country. Fuel is sold for as high as 300 naira. In fact, in Kaduna, fuel is going for as high as 280 naira per liter. In a cosmopolitan city like Kaduna. So, there's a problem.
Yeah,
the queues are longer than what you can imagine. Exactly.
From area boys who are, helping motorists to shunt the queues.
It's really it's strange for me how, you can't get fuel in your vehicle, yet the people who sell by black markets are having this fuel in large quantities.
Okay. The Nation reports budget blow for Buhari. Senators reject 2018 estimates. Executive says 1.2 trillion naira has been released for capital projects. As a matter of fact, Adeosun is saying that the accounts of the MDAs are being credited as I speak.
At that time.
At the time of press. If the MDAs check their balances, they will have a different balance in their account. So the alerts are actually dropping for the MDAs. But it looks like they're not seeing it yet.
Oh, goodness. I mean, we have argued consistently. I mean, we're here and then we said clearly that the budget estimates were overly ambitious. They were not in the realms of reality. And we're going to have issues when it came to the debate stage, and that's what you're having now.
Okay, all right. Let's leave it here now. We're still going to keep you, Ayodele, for the next discussion, and then we'll have Tolulope Ogunjobi join us now to discuss the issues of fuel and fuel scarcity across the country. Stay with us on TVC Breakfast.